Hello everybody, it is me, Zeptoian, and today we're playing... Yeah, you are playing the Stanley Parable. We are in fact playing the Stanley Parable. And that's a pretty neat little thing here in the menu. I have to change these settings because it's very low quality real quick.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Alright.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Interesting.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. So I'm guessing it starts just giving him orders.
Then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Alright.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Interesting.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happen. This complete isolation.
Oh.
Something was very clearly
We're in the game
wrong.
now.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, here we are.
All of
Okay.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, let's go find that meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's see what's left. Alright, this is the left. Okay. So yeah, now where's Stanley? Because we're gonna do the fucking things that the narrator tells us. Unless I decide not to at some point.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Up.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
How about we don't? How about we go down? Oh. That's creepy. Red.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense.
Yeah, now I'm looping.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Yeah.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
That's interesting.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
I'm in a video game.
I'm dreaming!
Oh, okay.
He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
So it is a dream.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield.
Oh, shit.
And it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I do and think? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all
I should have
very
gone
odd
up to my
and
fucking
wondered
boss.
if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently,
Okay.
and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
This is kind of crazy.
I am okay.
Oh, wow. God damn it.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
I should have gone to my boss.
Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Jeez.
And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh no!
Though she would soon turn
Stanley,
to go call
no!
for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Was that like an ending?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay, yeah, I shouldn't have done...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Alright, we're gonna go up the stairs this time.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, wow. This is a pretty nice office. Ooh, piano.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Okay.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Okay.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Alright. Dude, I would freak out if I had like a fucking dream like this. This would be awful. Alright, here we go. Ooh, those are nice shadows. Alright, here we are.
Into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. Yeah, this is some freaky fucking shit.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Ooh. Escape. Let's escape. Should I escape? Let's not escape. Not right now. I'm sure it'll come up again later. Alright, there's a light button.
The lights rose
Alright, here
on
we
an
are.
enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, camera.
Now the monitors
Oh,
jumped
wow.
to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay, where's me? I don't remember my number. Whatever. My number. I said that weird. Oh wait, 427? Is that me? I think that one's me. I'm gone, because I'm out here. Let's press this button now.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Alright, it's elevator time.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Is this like a...
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Facility power. Mind control, idle, awaiting input. So this is like a fucking, like, what's it called? A representation of like the rat race or something, like just modern jobs or whatever. Alright, system power. Off. I saved the world.
Blackness and a rising
Black.
chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I can't see shit.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated
Is that the outside?
machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet,
Oh, it is outside.
even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only
Source engine
thing
is so
worth
beautiful.
knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Wow. That's pretty clever. The ending is just right in front of you, but there's just... the rest of the game is just side shit. So this time, let's take the right path. Let's do that. Let's go ahead
When
here.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open...
Fuck no.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Yes,
and
it's
Stanley
not.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ooh, this is
Yes,
interesting.
truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, but eager to get back
Yeah.
to business.
Sorry,
Stanley took the
interrupted
first
you.
open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was
This
so
is
bad at
interesting.
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, I guess we just go on to this.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh shit.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
My
This is it,
wife?
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
My ex-wife? Oh
That's
shit.
her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another.
Alright.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Damn.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
No! Good morning, employee 427. Press V on your keyboard. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Am I just gonna stand here? Why press 8? Oh, god damn it, I'm Stanley now. I'm just pressing shit it wants me to...
Look at him there, pushing buttons.
Oh,
doing
I'm
exactly
doing...
what he's
Oh, I'm
told to do.
Oh, no, I'm...
Now he's pushing a button. Now
I'm
he's
pressing
eating
the buttons
lunch.
now.
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Fuck you, I'm pressing... What if I don't? What if I press 5? No, I don't think anything will happen. I'm just pressing 6. I'm fucking Stanley now. Huh. My... Press U to watch TV. Where's the TV? It's right here. Nothing fucking happened. It's very quiet. Huh. Press O to spend time with the boys? Or 0? Okay. Okay, it was 0. Either nothing is happening on purpose or something bad happened and now nothing is working. Is it like everything we do throughout our daily lives, it doesn't feel like it means anything because I'm just gonna still be standing here again one day? No matter what I do, I'm just gonna end up back here in the middle of my house. That scared the shit out of me. I thought she was looking at me. Okay. What the fuck? No, seriously, we disabled it. Is it because I pressed space too many times? Begin the game again? I guess. Alright, this time let's escape.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after.
Wait, what?
Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
That's different. Wait, there's a door there. There's a door there. Is that the door I end up going through at some point? Okay, yeah, now there's fucking rain outside. That's cool.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Well, that's cool.
Feeling
There's a
a
random
wave
chance
of
that it rains.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Yeah, we're
Coming
gonna go
to a
up to my
staircase,
boss's
Stanley
office.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
See, is there anything over here? Executive bathroom. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Business strategy, you're pointing a fucking gun at a panda. Can I go on this elevator? Yes, I can. Well, I was gonna escape, but I guess we're gonna go up this elevator now. Is that where this fucking song comes from? That elevator song. Oh, I guess nothing happened. Okay, we just shook around a bit.
2845.
Okay.
But of course, Stanley, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input
Can I play the piano?
correct code.
Okay, we're gonna go and escape this time.
Opened passageway.
Nope.
Mind control facility.
We're escaping now.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
That's crazy. What
The
if
door
I...
behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No. Because either I'm gonna violently
At this
die
point,
here.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Or you just want me to think that, or I'm really gonna fucking die here, or this is where the good shit is. Is that just an infinite fucking hole? YOLO. Oh wait, we're still going.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Alright then. Did time pause or
Farewell,
something?
Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Or what? It didn't though. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
There's a
When
woman
every
speaking
path
now.
you can walk has been created for you
different.
long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making
Is
life
this heaven?
the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
This is fucking with my brain. Is this heaven or is this just a developer museum? I don't know how big this game is. I thought it was bigger, but I feel like this is it. This is either it or there's so much more like things. Stanley's office. What does that say? Can I zoom in like in Portal 2? No, it doesn't look like it. Game design mockup. This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environments has changed, the basic layout from this mockup is still in the game. That's interesting. Exit. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. Countdown room. An early version of the countdown room. I don't remember a countdown room. Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Interesting. The game is now paused. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Okay. Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one, released in May of 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he is preparing a new version of the Stanley Parable. I guess we don't get to hear it. Wait, this is so fucking cool, dude. That was a loop. It brought me back here so I could go to the exit. The Stanley Parable.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No.
What the
perhaps not.
fuck?
Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But
Oh, I'm
listen
gonna
to
die
me.
now.
You can
Okay.
still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll save them. I guess I saved them.
Because we're gone.
Wait, what?
What could it mean?
What
Stanley
whatever
decided
what
to
what
go
happened
the
to that
meeting
other
room.
room with the
Perhaps he
door?
had simply missed a memo.
What if I jump down here? Oh, I can. Do I
But
die?
in his
I
eagerness
just
to
die.
prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful. And
Yeah, here it is
constantly
again.
need
It
support
changed.
and guide-
This is freaky as fuck, dude. I hate Mondays. Alright. Yeah, I don't think there's anything left. I don't know. This was really fucking cool, though. And I'm sure there's other places to... I'm sure there's other things in this game, like other endings. But... I think I did what I could do. This is a very interesting game. I'm gonna be thinking about this for like the rest of the day. This was fucked up. But like in a good way. This is very good. And I'm sure there's plenty more for me to figure out. And if you're interested, for you to figure out. If you've never played this before. And somehow managed to get to here. Alright. I guess that's it. This is some crazy shit. Alright, goodbye.